Hi Leo, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be your love and spirituality reading for the month of January, and this will be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I already pulled cards for you, so I'm just going to be clarifying the cards with my deck just so we can save time. And also I'm going to be doing an extended video on my Vimeo channel, and I'll leave the link to that down below. And basically in the extended, I've been doing 2019 kind of like forecast readings where I tell you what you can expect in 2019, some of the things that you should look forward to, and then some of the things that you should avoid. So I'll leave a link to that down below, so make sure you check that out when you're done with this video. Okay, Leo, so in your past position we have the World card and we have the Queen of Cups. So this is the energy that was surrounding a past connection. So I feel like in the past you were involved in a situation where there was definitely a lot of love. There was a lot of nurturing in the situation. You could have been the one doing a majority of the nurturing, like really going out of your way to show this person that you really cared about them or you really cared for them. But with the World card being in reverse, I feel like the energy in the connection was really stuck. Like the World card in reverse represents a cycle that keeps on kind of like starting over. And it's not in a positive way, if you can see that. It's like when you are with a person who you're on again and off again with. And it's like every time you get back together, you think that it's going to be something better, or you think things are going to go well, and then they just end up taking a left turn. So it's like even though there's a lot of love and compassion like surrounding this connection, it's like something where both people can't seem to get it together, or things just are not moving forward. And with the outside energy, I pulled the Emperor and also the Eight of Swords. So I feel like the reason that this cycle was stuck, or that things just could not progress in a positive way, is that the person that you were involved with was very controlling, with the Emperor card being here. And controlling can mean a number of different things. It could mean that they were literally controlling, like you're not allowed to go here at this time, or I don't want you going out with this person. Some of you could have been dealing with someone like that. But also it could be controlling as in they feel like they always need to be in control, so they don't like showing their emotions, they don't like being vulnerable, they don't really tell you too much, like everything seems kind of locked away, kind of like a secret with them. And it keeps you in a headspace of feeling very stuck and confused and not knowing like which direction to go with this person, because they just don't open up. They're like blocked off. Some of you could have been dealing with someone who was an Aries, or you may have Aries in your chart. But overall, I feel like even though there was a lot of love in the connection, things just did not progress because, like I said, there was some type of outside energy, meaning the person that you were dealing with, that just refused to let their guard down, because it's almost like they feel like letting their guard down is some sort of weakness, is what I'm seeing. So I feel like for some of you, you may not be aware of this, but this person, or you could be aware of this, this person was in a situation in the past where they did let their guard down, or they did open themselves up, and it just left them feeling very isolated and stuck mentally. So it's kind of like they moved forward thinking to themselves like, I'm never going to have to deal with something like that again. So now they just don't let their guard down at all, even though there's a lot of like love that was within your connection. For those of you who, or this could also be you, that's what I'm hearing. It's like the energy could be vice versa, is what I'm hearing. So your energy is kind of like boomerang, you're bouncing off each other. So if you hear this and you think, oh, that doesn't apply to me, that applies to the other person, then just kind of like just kind of take it like wherever it fits or wherever it resonates. But for some of you, if this isn't a romantic relationship, I feel like you're just really feeling like you're stuck in a cycle in your life, or this is past energy, so you did feel like this, like you were kind of stuck in a cycle where you didn't really know where to go, feeling very emotionally stagnant, like nothing was exciting you, nothing was really sparking your interest, so you felt kind of stuck, and you were just in this pattern of doing the same things over and over again, is what I'm seeing. And some of you just feel or felt, because this is past energy, like your mind was kind of entrapping you in the same scenarios over and over, or like you couldn't get out of a certain thought process. And so some of you were wanting to really take control of your thoughts, so that then you could break yourself free from whatever this cycle was and move forward from it, is what I'm seeing. Okay, Leo, that's kind of heavy. let's move forward to the present position. So in the present, we have the Hangman, the 8 of Wands, and also the 8 of Pentacles here. So I feel like with this Hangman being here, you're finally out of that past energy of being stuck and stagnant. Some of you could feel this now, or you could be feeling this in the near future, where suddenly you just feel like you've been freed, or like the burden has kind of been lifted off of you, and now you have the ability to move forward. I feel like a lot of you are feeling like a burst of energy out of nowhere. And again, if you don't feel this now, this is what you're going to be feeling. It's like this burst of energy out of nowhere, and you finally feeling like, okay, now I can move forward in the direction that I want to move in. But with the 8 of Pentacles being in the reverse, it's like you're not stuck, but you're still stuck, if that makes sense. It's like you've been in this period for so long dealing with this person, or dealing with a past cycle or past situations, where it's like you didn't like the situations, but you were very comfortable in them because you spent a lot of time in them. So you felt kind of stuck and trapped in them. But at the same time, it was comfortable because that's your comfort zone, because you're used to it. And now you're being called to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and move forward. And what's keeping you stuck now is kind of like that fear of moving forward, that fear of the unknown. So you're not stuck in the past, but then you're scared of the future. So you're kind of in the middle, like in that limbo state. And for some of you, you have to be mindful of this, because it's so much energy that is circulating you right now. Like there's so much energy that it's kind of like the universe is giving you energy, or source, God, whatever you believe in, is giving you this energy. And for some of you, if you don't make the decision to aim it towards your future, the energy has to go somewhere. So you'll automatically start to aim it towards your past and go backwards into past situations. And that's the last thing that you want to do. Because you've been in those cycles, you've been stuck in the past for so long. It's like the last thing you want to do is go backwards and aim energy at that past, because once that energy gets going again, you get stuck back in that cycle, is what I'm saying. And that's the last thing you want, especially with the new year just starting. So when I was shuffling your cards earlier, and I was pulling cards for you earlier, I was getting a very similar message of you not really directing your energy at the right place. Some of you, I was getting earlier when I was shuffling, that some of you, you're feeling very tired, or you're feeling very sluggish. It's like sometimes you have this burst of energy, and then out of nowhere you feel very tired and drained. And it's because a lot of your mental energy is still being directed at the past. So you're not even aware of how much this is actually draining you, is what I was seeing. You just feel like, oh, I'm just tired, I didn't get enough sleep. But really it's because a lot of your mental energy is still being stuck and aimed towards the past, and it's really truly draining you, is what I was seeing. The image that I was getting was kind of like snow piling up on top of a roof, and then the roof can't hold the weight anymore, so then it kind of collapses in. I feel like that's the energy that your past relationship or a past cycle had you in. So it's kind of like you're at the point now where that roof just has to collapse in to get that snow off of the roof, if that makes sense. It's like you have to lift that burden off of you, or lift that weight off of your shoulders, because whatever the situation was in the past, it's really taking up a lot of your energy, and it's difficult for you to aim at something better and to want something better when a lot of your energy is still being like hijacked by the past. So I feel like a lot of you are needing to figure out who it is that you want to be, because I feel like a large reason why some of you are stuck is that you don't really know, or you feel like you kind of lost yourself, or you lost your sense of identity. And that could be a good thing, because now you can hit the reset button and you can kind of mold yourself and build yourself up to be whoever you would like to be. You can kind of start over, like you have the it's like you have the ability to start from scratch here. So you don't have to see this new beginning as something that's scary. Well, it's going to be scary, but you don't have to see it as a bad thing. You don't have to look at it like, okay, I lost this person in the past, or I have to let go of that situation in the past, and see it as a bad thing. You can see it as an opportunity to start fresh and start from scratch, is what I'm seeing. So you could just see this as an opportunity to level up. I want to pull one more for that. For some of you, you're needing to focus all of your energy and attention onto your career, possibly, or your finances, with the 8 of Pentacles being here. Because the 8 of Pentacles is the Virgo card, or I identify it as the Virgo card. And Virgo energy is associated with being very disciplined, working very hard, paying attention to detail. So some of you are needing to take on that energy to help kind of move you or transition you out of whatever this past cycle was. Let me pull one more. Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so the Five of Cups in the reverse is here. So you're needing to move away from this energy of grieving or mourning, and you're needing to kind of switch your perspective on what's going on in your life. Because I feel like even though it is kind of sad, I'm sensing like a sad energy, it doesn't have to be, because you have the ability to really start over in this situation. And if you don't, the Ace of Pentacles comes up, you could block a lot of your blessings, is what I'm seeing. So for those of you who are still with this person or still dealing with this person, and you feel like you want to start over, or you want things to get better, like you're trying to go back to the way things were, I'm saying that that can be kind of difficult. Like you're not going to be able to go back to the way things were because of a lot of stuff that has happened. It's like sometimes when you're with someone and you know, you miss that honeymoon phase, you want to keep on going back and trying to recreate that honeymoon phase. But sometimes you have to just like really accept that the honeymoon phase is over and that you can't go back to it because certain things have happened. So it's like you can never really fully go back. For those of you who like you're with a person who you genuinely want to be with and they want to be with you, I'm not saying that you can't start over. I'm saying that because certain things have happened, it's going to be difficult to start completely over. So you would have to kind of build a new relationship, is what I'm seeing. But yeah, definitely don't block your blessings that are trying to come into you with this Ace of Pentacles being in the reverse. A lot of you, if you're wondering why new things aren't coming into your life and you're wondering like why you still feel stuck even though you're not stuck, is because you haven't really cleared out space, energy, and room for these new things to come in. So you have to kind of like remove anything that is taking up too much space in your life and stop having that weight sitting on your heart and on your shoulders. And then you'll start to attract new things into your life quite quickly, is what I'm seeing. It's like you think it's going to take a long time for new opportunities and new blessings to come in, but they won't. It's like as soon as this energy is cleared out, new things automatically come in because you've been stuck and stagnant for a while, and new things have been trying to come into you energetically. So it's like as soon as you let that energy go, it's kind of like a boomerang, or like it's like a very fat, what is it called? A slingshot. Like, you know how you hold a slingshot back and then you let it go and then things just like fly forward? That's pretty much what this is. It's like you're at the back point of the slingshot, and once you like let it go and let past situations go, it's like that energy boomerangs forward or like propels forward and brings a lot of opportunities into your life. So that's very positive. So in the future position, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Star card, and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like with the Star card being in reverse, in the near future, some of you may need some sort of guidance, or you may need to seek out some sort of guidance, is what I'm seeing, because you're needing to clear your mind. Like some of you are really just needing to get your mind right. And you may need an outside perspective to help you do that because you're a little too close to the problem. So you may need to get some sort of advice from someone who can see things from a higher perspective, or who's able to give you a very honest, unbiased sort of opinion about what's going on in your life, because some of you are needing to be mentally clear. Like your mind hasn't been clear for a very long time because you've been so caught up in whatever this past energy is, especially with the Queen of Cups being here. It's kind of hard to think straight when when you're taking on the Queen of Cups energy and you really feel a lot of love towards someone, or you feel an emotional connection to some type of situation. It's hard to be logical and to kind of turn off your heart and think with your mind. So I feel like you may need some sort of outside help or some sort of outside guidance. But also this could also talk about you needing to possibly just clear your mind and get in touch with your own higher self, get in touch with your own intuition. But again, I feel like there's a lot of pain that took place in this past cycle, or if it wasn't like this recent past cycle, it's just throughout your life. There's been a lot of pain and a lot of like trauma with this Nine of Wands being in the reverse. So some of you are really needing to seek out some type of help, is what I'm hearing. Definitely, because this Nine of Wands, this is a very heavy energy, and sometimes it's difficult to get through this heavy energy by yourself and get through it alone. For some of you, you could be getting into spirituality in order to heal this energy, like going on a spiritual journey, asking a higher power to help guide you and help heal you, and I feel like that's going to be successful. But overall, it's important for you in the near future to keep a very clear mind. So anything that has been confusing you or weighing on your mind, you have to try your best to cut ties with it, because it is keeping you in a state of confusion, or it's weighing down your energy to the point where it's difficult for you to ascend and it's difficult for you to heal past the situation. Whew, this is a bit heavy. But overall, I do feel like there is a rebirth that is happening here, and there is an opportunity for you to completely hit the reset button. And it's kind of like starting over and creating the life for yourself that you want. And you have like universal support, like universal energy backing you up and trying to bring positive things into your life. But there's just some things that need to be cleared out first. The Five of Pentacles comes. So some of you have been feeling abandoned, or you have this abandonment wound where you feel like someone took you for granted or left you out in the cold, made you feel like you were difficult to love, or made you feel like you weren't being acknowledged for your efforts. And that's something that really weighs on you, and I feel like that's why it's coming up with the Star card, because that's something that needs to be healed. A lot of past situations, a lot of past energy, a lot of past trauma really needs to be addressed and healed so that this new energy can come into your life. And your new blessings can come into your life without you sabotaging them or without you blocking them. Okay, Leo, I think that's it. That was a really long reading. So I hope that this was helpful. I'm going to expand on this in the 2019 energy reading, so I will leave the link to that down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo. Bye.